Don't mind me. I'm on my phone. Ooh dear. Yep. Right. If you also like being on phone, nope, we can do better than that. Nope, nope, nope. Call to action, subscribe. Everyone's on their phone all the time. You're probably watching this on your phone. Probably. If you're watching this later on YouTube, say that you're on your phone right now. Don't mind the nuclear explosion that happens around here sometimes. What was I doing? Ah, yes. No, I don't remember what I was doing. I was spamming the universe. Gently spamming the universe. Because the universe deserves to be spammed. Delicious spam all over the place. Whee! Okay then. Ugh. Okay, we're good. Hey, Tactical Spaghetti, welcome, welcome. Nope, PC. Okay, well, I tried. Hello, John McFist. Alright, so, the first order of business, once I've successfully linked all the links that I need, is to get the new version of the map. Because, John, you picked me about that. Hello, Orange. Have you unsubbed and resubbed to update test 10? Nope, but I am about to. Should have done that before. Oh, bollocks, I really should do that, shouldn't I? And also need to check whether anyone has uploaded anything new. But that's okay. I'm a little bit under the weather, just so everyone knows. Maybe the stream will have to be short, hopefully not. I ate some bad chicken yesterday. Or at least that's what I think happened. You can't probably see on the webcam, but yeah, there are burst capillaries in my eyes from when, shall we say, it retreated from the guts. Alright, not the bad... Yes, the bad chicken. The worst chicken. Did I say hello to Marcel? I don't know. Blurg. Alright, please enjoy this main menu. It's a delicious main menu. Bespoke, even. Alright then. Let's go... Me. Right. Pluto, no. Let's test 10. It was updated very recently. Subscribe, unsubscribe. Get the new content. Get the new content. Get the new content. New content. New content. New friggin' content. Just gonna save over that because why not? Okay, and hopefully that didn't break anything. And we can switch over to Plutono. Like so. Uh-oh. Yay, successfully loaded. So, more stuff is in here. Wait, I forgot what was in the thing. What was the thing about the thing? What was the thing about the thing? Oh. Right, so where are we? We are in the middle of the map. Hooray! Which means we can just test in the middle of the map. Hooray! I foolishly, right, let's do that. And now we will go open all our spreadsheets and quickly check the workshop to make absolutely sure that things are where they need to be. Sheets, documents. Open a new tab. Right. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Yes, to the workshop. Can you please? Oh, hello. Mark II Prevere. Nice. Nice. Alright, so there is a new craft. Updated Power Previer. What the hell is that thing? Forgot about him. Well, there goes a Starlight design. Amphitazoa. Oops, Amphitazoa. Nothing new over there. So Wobble. And Glacave. And Stone Light. Okay then, so we got one thing to look at, which we should look at with our eyeballs. Yeah, that tank had an unattached plasma thing. That may be an issue. Yep. Yeah, no more getting eaten because you ran off the edge of the map. Oh yeah, change the designer spawn location, updated craft files, yee. Tank was that, with all the ERA. I haven't yet added anything to the craft acceptance testing, which would upload. Oh, never mind. Oh no, it does. Yeah, that tank has an issue, I think. And that one still has deco attached to the wheels. Yeah, oh yeah, no worries, we'll get to Glacave, because that was Glacave colors. Poor boat. It's so hard to be a boat. Alright, so let us, delicious lettuce, do something like that. Let's go Previer Mark II and Launch Designer. Alright, let's have a look-see. Uh-oh. We appear to be in Swole colors, and that will not do. Oh, that is much nicer than the... Alright, so let's pop up the OG Previer just for comparison and contrast. Confederation, airships, Previer, 276. Wow, the new one's cheaper. Definitely has more color contrast, which we like. It's got berry bushes on the side. It has a very nice superstructure. Ooh. Right, Air Force. Yeah, Air Force made this, but the update was done by Cyrus Plays, who I believe is having computer issues at the moment. It also has thrust vectoring, which is very nice indeed. Alright, let's have a look at the change in internals. Right, so this one, rather APS Tetris, and lots of small jets. This one, okay, lots of applique, and it has ejectors. Very nice. For what is the? Let's go check the Previer. Where are you on this on the sheet? The Previer is a hard design. So you know what we should do? We should throw the new one against the old one to see how it does. Also, while I'm here, check for sub-object shenanigans. Nope, it's just turrets. Lots of turrets. I do like how understated this is. This is quite nice. Yes. 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 This is delicious. Alright, let's load in the new Previer. Where it is. There it is. Alright. And the old Previer is like so. Right there. Okay, surprise wildcard from underneath. Yep, the tank appears to be treading water. Hello, Necoboy Blue. Are there mods in chat? Can we get a shout out for Necoboy Blue, please? Blue, Necoboy. Look, I was throwing up last night. I'm allowed to be incoherent. I don't usually have an excuse, but today I do. Was that too much information? Probably. Number of the smallest and cheapest things in several factions are in fact nukes, so they show up with the main what? Hello, Arnett! Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome to the stream. Ah yes, diff seawards. Makes life a lot easier. What exploded? Ah, the old Previer exploded. To the surprise of absolutely no one. Because the old Previer was very, very, very glass cannony. Aha! Someone has suffered amputation of the buttocks, which makes it hard to do buttocks-related things, like move. Could I ask for some clarification on the Raiders drone and where you want more rounding on the Vanguard? Oh, bloody hell. Can I, Right, let's just spawn in the Raiders drone, and we want more rounding on the Vanguard. Let's go. Raider. Aha. What did I say? Raiders drone, and when you want more running on the Vanguard. Let's talk about the Raider. Where is the Raider? That was a... That is... What the hell is that? That is... My tabs are out of order! Raider is a swole hard submarine. Let's go do that while we're here. So all updated. Submarine, Raider... What was my problem with the drone? Oh, right. Yeah. Basically, the problem with spawning in a submarine with a little air vehicle like this is if you spawn it in against... let's just get a plane. Get a plane. Get a ship of any kind. Or let's do one that's roughly the same cost as the submarine. So what happens is, submarine is underwater. The drone is not underwater, and it has no active defenses to speak of, which means... Oh, whoops, you get out of here. Which means that this is what happens. The drone gets shot down immediately. So it needs to be more survivable somehow. Admittedly, that was a laser, so there's not much we can do about that. Also, does this thing even need... There is a problem with the drones, is like people have slapped drones on these... Oh, that's why. It does have guns. APS turrets are really something, yep. It can either be much bigger or it can make it tanky against shells. And missiles through evasion. Yeah, you can make a shaky drone, it's fine. Yee. And that's why I'm making the Arguer squad with 2 smaller subs instead of a plane. Yeah, honestly, the submarines are probably better off spawning with in squads or with a smaller submarine in tow rather than having an air vehicle. That is a loophole in the rules, which I'm absolutely fine with, because it doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense. Actually, it does. I don't know. Also about the rounding on the Vanguard. Let's find the Vanguard. Where the hell's the Vanguard? Where is the Vanguard? Where did I put it? The Vanguard is a godly submarine. Alright. Destroy everything. Vanguard. Why did I want... What was I talking about? More rounded shaping, especially around propellers. Oh yeah, this. It's very boxy back here. Which is like, eh. Remember, Deco is your friend. That would require a rule change, though. Nope. Argue specific. Well, remember the rules. Remember the rules. I made rules. So, vehicle. Okay, then. Alright, every ship... Oh, no. Balls. That does require a rule change, doesn't it? Well, then. How did I not put that in the rules? Wow, I didn't put that in the rules. Right, I need to amend that, because otherwise we're just going to have situations where the drones... You've got submarines with drones that are basically useless. Okay. I'm just going to amend this slightly and going to have to do something in the changelog. Yeah, the rules currently specify for the big swarms for small stuff. Alright, we're going to change this. Whoa! Hey, Dr. Dooley, thank you for the subscription. And good morning indeed. Alright. Can spawn the squadrons. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And I know, Spaghetti, you're here, but I'm just going to do this so that people... It can be nice and official. Are we happy with this? Are we happy with this? By gum, I hope we're happy with this. Alright. We're making life easier for Swole Sub... Actually, we should go over there. We should put that in the Swole Republic. The most controversial bloody thing. Life easier for Swole Republic. Alright then. Ah! Ah! There we go. Yep. So now the Vanguard can spawn in a squad of 2. Yep. I can't believe we missed that. I just kind of didn't realize that wasn't a rule change. Site updated. Thank you, Tactical Spaghetti. Okay, I need to... That needs to go in the changelog, though, so I'll do that right now. Why are we looking at this screen when we could be looking at a submarine? Right, to the main menu we go, so we can have explosions happening. Call out penis when you see it. It's important. To go there... Ah, Mitchie! Ah! I'm an itchy boy. Such an itchy boy! And now I'm too warm. I shouldn't do that. I might throw up again. Okay, there we go. Computer, please don't die on me. That would be terrible. Alright. Rule change. Damn. Do. Right, rule change. Right, da. Okay, good. Wait, no, wait. Ah, that's not the date. Wrong date. The tracking. I'm dying. Somebody call the police. I'm dying. Have them shoot me so I die faster. Okay. All right. There we go. Also, I spelled sub-vehicle wrong. Great. I spelled sub-vehicle wrong again. I keep misspelling it. You don't get to see my shame. My shame! Okay, then. What am I gonna do with the auger? Submarine? Indeed, the barleybug. Every Swole sub is now escorted by a snubnose. Pursuer spawning in the easy with an emotional support snubnose be like... That was some crunchy audio for a second. When we getting DOM vehicles? You be quiet, and yeah. My PC currently does this thing where it just kind of like hits a lag spike, and I don't know what's wrong with it. It happens completely randomly, and it can go for weeks without doing it. It's possibly a driver thing. It might be because Google Chrome is filled with spyware. Hey, that's the little jet fighter thing that I made. Very nice. Okay, APS missile-resistant drone is good enough. Wonder if the next raider gets approval. Hopefully it will do. Oh no, it's spreading. No, Azusa isn't even here. What was I doing? Alright, so... we've done a rule change. That's nice. We still need to put the Previer where it actually should live. Right, let's load in the new Previer. Previer Mark II. Right, I have no objections to this. It is very clearly better than the previous one and more survivable. You know what we should do? Just because I want to shoot at things a little bit. This is 250k. Let's spawn against the 250k Hawa thing. It's gonna get annihilated by the Pyrophyte. So let's fling it at the... Let's fling it at the Wigan. Oh boy. How fast is this thing? It's decently fast. It's also kind of bouncy. Ah, the Wigan's fun. Another very glass cannon-y glass cannon. Though this guy's not having it all his own way, is he? I need to remember to make airships like this with guns on top and bottom. I keep making airships that only have guns on top or on the bottom rather than both. I tweaked that a bit, enabled a few more, disabled at least one. Ooh. Okay then. Yep, I am satisfied with the Previer Mark II. Hold on, let's check. Yep. Right, let's put this guy over here. And here. And delete the old Previer. Jolly good, jolly good. Gonna go over here and annoy Tactical Spaghetti. Ah! Don't shoot me! I'm only a live streamer. Ah! Need to stretch. I need to stretch more in general. Point up. Okay, we're doing great. Alright, so we've looked at the Previer. We've got the new map. Now we can look at planes. Hello, the River Rat. Nebula style design, does pretty cool gun runs. The Perpetual is the plane with the first railgun. Okay. Arms up, border. Hands up! You are guilty of building canoes and being unapologetic. No! Don't shoot me, officer! I just needed to go fast on water. You should have used an F-22 Raptor like respectable citizens. Paid for out of your own pocket. Prepare to die. What are your last words? Love the police? Bang. I'm full of bad jokes today. Alright. Also, this thing actually, look, this thing has berry bushes on it. It's so cute. Also, I'm in a weird mood because of my near-death experience. Hi, driver. Hello, hello. What was I doing now? Right. Also, shout out again to Tactical Spaghetti. I finally got around to using the block checker app, and good news, there are not many vehicles that have, like, illegal blocks on them. We actually found most of them already. Which boat? She is fabulous. This boat, this flying boat, she is fabulous. I'm hot and sweaty. I need to take my socks off. Ugh. Ugh, streaming sweaty work. What the hell were we gonna look at next? What were we doing? Who are you people? Alright, Finch and Piran Nightingale. Very good things. Oh no, I'm not tired, you're tired. How dare you make me tired? Okay, so Republic. Planes, tits out for Amphitasma. Nightingale. Hell yeah. Very nice. So Republic. Very nice. Are there suborbital shenanigans? Nope, there is a turret. And there's gun. Yeah, I don't think the Nightingales need anything. They kind of look like... Here's the wacky thing about, like, pre-90s stuff. There are craft that kind of look like this. Experimental craft that, like, never made it off the drawing board. Alright then, let's have the Nightingale fight itself and see what happens. Does it do the thing where it flies into space? Excuse me. Dummy is not happy. I already started work on the replacement for the dragonfly because I wanted to give it a crocodile mouth. Ooh! But it's a dragonfly. About that. Someone else made a dragonfly replacement already. Oh, I'll find something else that can do with a functional upgrade. Oh! Neat! Looks like one of the X-Plans maybe. My 2.0 submarine has frontal torpedo tubes that open and close. Nice! Hey! Alright, let us spawn in Nightingales. And then, just to make things interesting, we'll spawn in Nightingales. How much does a Nightingale cost? 138861. Where are they? Wait a minute. There we go. Right. Let's have him and him fight. Ah, blue traces. Beautiful. Are you in space? You are, but it doesn't appear to slow you down in the least. Wait, hang on. Hang on a minute. Do you have ions on you? You don't. You just fly in space really well. Wow. One of the Nightingales is already dead. That's impressive. Yep. Yeah, wow, like Nightingale versus Nightingale just results in a lot of carnage. Yeah, wow, this thing fights as damn. That was cinematic as balls. As balls, I say. But yep, nope, I have no complaints about the Nightingale, not at all. I think this is one of the ones where like, there was something with it that needed changing, and then it changed and it was all good. Okay, so driver, have good eep. Otherwise, is there anything that could do with a functional upgrade? Oh my man! Oh my man! I have spreadsheets for you. Everything you see that's in orange, that needs things done to it, and the ones in red are currently rule breaking. So really take, like, River Rat, my friend, my comrade, take your pick, look at the spreadsheet, and make sure that no one else is working on something already, and you are good to go. But the air really likes to kiss the ocean floor. Yep. Rubber bottomment. Add some letters. Also, over here... Okay, yes, I know where I am. The BW Ruvet, if you get to this, which I believe is linked on the Platono Hub, which is pinned in Twitch chat right now, there's a whole line of things with which need functionality upgrades, the details of which are elsewhere in the spreadsheet. So if you go here and say, alright, Terrier. Control F. Terrier. There's one. There's two. It needs aesthetic upgrades as well. And here we go. What does it need? It needs anti-rust paint, more color contrast, deco crane for drone recovery, more LA for more flotation. I don't think I spelled flotation right, but yeah, like, oh, if you want things to do. Oh, there's a lot of things to do. Lots of things to do. And then you just gotta make sure that Tactical Spaghetti gets a hold of it. Add some lit. I'm a cook. Nice. Maybe you should ask again. Third time is usually the charm. Wait, what? What was Ornat saying? RE Vanguard, is it just the propellers, or do you want a hunchback of the rear, some frontal tangents? Don't want next version rejected for lack of visuals. I mean, I thought I was pretty bloody clear in the notes I put on it, but like, alright. Vanguard, where are you? More rounded shaping, especially, mostly propellers, but just look at a real-life submarine and then try and model it off that as much as you can. And yeah, nukes need to be more enclosed or not at all. Yeah, sorry, wasn't looking at that. Someone else. Just remember to try at least contact the building and ask them if they're okay with you modifying their thing. Yeah. I think she just needs better control over Mark. Maybe Mark the content will be freely edited by anyone with another color. That... No. Nope. I'm gonna leave it to you lot to hash out the details because I'm multitasking enough already. Okay, so Nightingale, fine, needs nothing. That I can see anyway. So Nightingale, Falcon. Probably red, yeah. Okay then, alright. Falcon, Falcon. Falcon Squadron. I think this is another one where, like, yeah, nah, it doesn't really need anything. Maybe some missile deco. What? Thank you, Tucker. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, I'm just gonna say maybe some missile deco on this one. Simply because so many other things have missile deco. Alright, so let's go there. I'm gonna do the thing. Could use some missile deco. Oh, wait. Now we need to mirror match this. Oh, damn, these things are spread far apart. Ah, my balls. Okay. Falcons 34, 492. Alright. Alright. Missiles away. Is anyone getting stuck at... Damn! Mayday, mayday. It's been a long time since I've actually made, like, a proper, you know, air superiority jet. It's fun, but difficult to do. And yeah, they are trying to they are dogfighting. Whee! And now they're never gonna hit each other ever again. Unless they collide with each other. Whee! Did I take a screenshot of this already? I don't know. But here we go again. Alright, so... Nope, combat-wise looks absolutely fine. Nothing to see here, really. It goes zoom zoom. Wait, are there sub-object shenanigans? There are not. Is there an ass ton of deco? Of course there's a... Of course there's an ass ton of deco. It's a Sewol plane. What would you expect? She's my homebrew. I'm too new to know what Platono is. Platono is the custom campaign we are currently working on. I feel sick. I feel sick. I feel sick and unhappy. Let's look at something else. Let's look at this guy. Let's look at not that guy. Let's slow the game down tremendously and look at this guy. Hell yeah. Alright, now! Now I can type things. Yep, all it needs is some missile deco. If that even. I'm not particularly fussed if no one gets around to that. Alright, Falcon Squadron. Falcon Squadron! Go! Falcon. Use some missile deco. I did that wrong. I did that wrong. That wasn't correct. And that's purely aesthetic, so we're gonna put that over there. Falcon. Whee! Burper-wise, indeed. Border-wise is very burpy. Border-wise still has a recovering tum-tum. FTD Discord borders, I wasn't aware they were either. Oh, wow. FTD CC Hub, then you go to the Plutona thread. The official FTD Discord has a Red Bull repository channel. Alright, there's OFTD. People sometimes forget about OFTD. Whether it has what you're looking for, I don't know, but if not, there's a Red Hill channel. There's also an FTD knowledge base server. I know maybe 2 channels in OFTD. Yep, there's a lot. There's a lot. Never go there, to be honest. Pete, thanks. Hopefully this works. I'm so tired. Okay. Alright, Falcon, approved. Nothing to worry about. Alright, Falcon Helldiver. Not to be confused with Helldivers, the video game. Right, let's go here. Helldiver. Yeah, this needs a something. This needs... What does this need? Huh. This needs some kind of aesthetic upgrade. But I'm not sure what specifically. Wing deco, I guess. Yeah, bit plain. Okay. Everyone look at this plane for a second. It's the plainest plane you've ever seen. Like so. Alright. Right. Helldiver. It's gonna be like so. It's gonna be... bit plain. Needs to be... brought up to same aesthetic standards as other SR planes. Okay then, there's that. And now, we of course have to have this thing fight itself, because why not? Okay, let the sweet sound of country music propel you to greater heights. Right, and there it is, Helldiver. Play. Go! Go forth, you crazy diamond. This thing drives like nuts, jeez. Wait, I'm trying to remember now. Oh wait, the Helldiver is a bomber. Oops. Oops, we need to fling it against a ship. Side act, my beloved. We need you. Or just the CFA, I guess. Go forth. Sir, where are you going? You were driving like crazy. Whee! Oh, poor CFA. Well, combat-wise, it seems to... It does drive like nuts a little bit. But that's collision avoidance for you. Oh yeah, I believe I put a note on the CFA about tracers back in the day. Virtual line crosser reference, nothing against gays or canards. Wait, what? It's got canards. It's gay. Right, weird thing to say. Driving like nuts is the only way something that size doesn't die immediately. True. Had to Google what a canard even was there. It's a little... It's the fins you put at the front of the plane's face, so it maneuvers even fast. Habitual line crosser reference. What the hell? What the hell is line crosser? Canards make you gay or European? I don't know, man. I'm not I'm never in the mood for internalized homophobia, but definitely not now. I've learned what canards are when learning to make plans in KFC. By the way, couldn't find the Almighty in the spoon menu. Oh dear. I'm not sure it's there yet. Hold on a minute. Surely. It's a big fat thing. I don't think... Yeah, no, it's not quite done yet. Yep, nope, it's not there yet. A YouTuber, I think. Yeah. Or as the Russians say, gay European. Ooh. YouTuber makes funny satirical videos on current events. I am not a fan of gay as an insult. I'm just not. I have too many queer viewers for that. Okay, then. Helldiver. Yeah, functionality-wise, it's just an aesthetic thing. Let's watch this boat die. Sounds edgy. Yeah, it is. Maybe it's just because I'm in my 30s, but I am not impressed by people trying to be edgy, like, ever. Let's do that. Let's do that. Whoopsie daisy. Also, like, I don't know. Freaking. What was I doing? Alright, I was doing this. Helldiver, whoops, is in the aesthetics. Helldiver. Now everyone. Ugh, nope. 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 Okay. Helldiver. Alright. Helldiver. Check. Kite. This thing is very irritating. Okay, let's go here. Kites. Bomber Squadron. Here it is. Fast as balls. Oh. Whoopsie daisy, we've had an accident. I'm gonna go, you know what, I'm just gonna go hang out on the one that's, not dead. Right, let's see here, that is 28. I think it's too much paint to... I think, yeah, actually this needs some color contrast. It appears to be entirely colored in one color. Color variation. Also, it is very blue. I'm blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die, dabba-dee-dabba-die. Hold on. If I do this, I just want to check something. Alloy, trim, wait, detail. If we go to detail main. Wow! Yeah, this looks more visually interesting. Everyone met who decides that she needed therapy or a good kick in the nuts. Yeah. 'Tis a joke. Yeah, it was not funny. Not a good joke, but it's a joke. I'm bi. I got a single pass. No. What did I just say about internalized homophobia? Bad joke. I hit you with my hammer. I hit you with my gay hammer. I'm making you more gay. Because apparently that's bad! Grandpa Buff is the edgiest part of the channel, and he's literally a skit character. I might show he jumped that shark a little. Isn't this the one that orbits too far out? Yep, I do love the vampire-esque appearance. Yeah, twin boom planes are cool. Yeah, I need to make them, honestly. Yeah, this needs more color variation and something that is a little bit more like that. Remember, kids. I don't know what I was going to say. Alright, so a little bit of missile deco since I mentioned that on the Falcon. Sanchezia is a twin boom too. It's a good look. Yeah, okay, let's go here. Let's talk about the kite. Actually, let's combat test this thing first. Because I suspect this thing might be too... I've remembered this thing. I ran into it. Hello? I ran into this thing, like, playtesting the campaign, and it's a giant pain in the ass. Okay, so Republic. Let's throw it against... Let's throw it against some kind of ship. Let's throw it against the Narwhal, just for giggles. Which I believe is a carrier? No, it isn't. Alright, so... This thing orbits... Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, this thing... Yeah, this is actually technically a rule breaker, because it starts the broadside below that distance, but it starts closing in on the target, like when it gets more than 5,000 meters away, which means it actually stays very far away from the target, so that does need to be tweaked. There's only a Starlight craft called Kite as well, like an elite speak, but still. There's also a Chimera in both factions. I think we might need to throw the elite speak away, because, like, I didn't pick that up, and it's because it's confusing. Otter is used 2 times as well. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. It's always the solo streams. Yep. Narwhal is more than 3,000 meters away. That is a problem. Alright, so... Technically, it doesn't mean to, but that... It does end up broadsiding more than... What was the words? Hold on. Distance... what was it? Broad. Nope. Further. I'm trying to find... Hold on. Where's the rule? I know there's a rule here. Or just a guideline. Damn it, it's not in the rules. Why did I swear I put that in the rules already. Right, what distance is an acceptable distance for broadsiding or frontsiding? Again? Not that anyone should be much of a not so what was the problem child of Platona apparently, lol. Yep. Makes it so close so it also won't run away if you try to close in. What do you mean? I have arrived. Hello, random top hat. Alright, so... it apparently wasn't a hard and fast rule that vehicles are limited to X distance from their target. I'm looking at it right now, it's not there. It was kind of an unspoken rule. So I kind of need to, I need to add that. Question is, what's a good distance? I think 2,500 meters is about as far as you reasonably want anything to be. You spoke the rule a lot, yeah. And I never wrote it down. 3,000. And for something like this, closer. I'm gonna make a note on this fella so long. Right, kite needs to circle closer to be less annoying. It's more color radiation. What the hell? Wait a minute, why is there a blank space here? Why is there a... Who did that? Why is there a blank space in this spreadsheet? Wasn't there someone working on something here? Fuselage covered in detail when there's perfectly good dark blue in the color palette. Yep. Can also enforce by despawning past 3 or 3.5k. True. All the experience of not, I think, before the changelog. Nut. Yeah, this... I swear, like, someone was working on this. Wasn't there... Hold on. Wasn't that the spot that was, John was working on a, like, a... bomber? Wait, hold on. Well, aren't you the only one with edit access? No, there's other people who can edit stuff. Let's just go here. I think this is the spot. For... John... I think that's the... That was the one? Yeah, I think it was the one. I think I might have accidentally just deleted that. I think I'm the only other one I didn't do it. Okay. Free slot where? No, we do not have a new free slot. Sorry. No, we don't. We do not. We do not. Okay. Time to do the rule change. Everyone enjoy this main menu thing. Hold on, I need to friggin... Kite do that, kite do that, kite squadron, circle, goes to be less annoying. More color variation. Good job. Needed. Okay then. And that goes there. Kite and We can. I'm not going to mark that one in red. I need to mention, like, below, I just think 2,000 meters. So going to be less annoying. That 2,000 meters. Didn't have it reserved. Christian Master Redo is reserved. Oh. Well, it's reserved now. Okay, I didn't have it reserved. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Well, it's reserved now, John. Congratulations. Okay, what the hell was I doing? I was changing the rules. Let's go to the rules. Where can we slot this in? Right, so we're here. And I think I'm just going to add this to rule 7. Vehicles should stay within vehicle combat distance should be 3,000 meters or less. Preferably less for smaller vehicles, because otherwise that'll be very irritating. Okay, we're doing it. We are doing it. Because I forgot to bloody make that rule proper. Okay, let's go. Right, enjoy this main menu while I update the rules again. It's a good main menu. It's one of my favorites. I live in it. Okay. Wait, did I not put the rule check? I did. Okay. I put that in Swallow Republic. And add that spaghetti with sauce. Can thank the Kite Squadron for reminding me. Cool. Spaghetti, I'm pinging you a lot today. I think leaving it at 5k is probably alright for now. That's where it should be set currently on existing designs. 3.5 despawn for leniency. I think 5,000 despawn is fine. Most performance intensive craft ever. No leptons allowed. Yeah, something along those lines. I'm leaving the despawn up to the people who know how well the despawn work. People who've messed with the map editor. I have not messed with the map editor a lot. It scares me. I need to do that here. Thankfully. There's already a rule change. There was 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 a rule change. Hope I didn't bugger up the formatting of the changelog again. Meant to rule 7. And it's gonna go here. How do you spell vehicles with a plural thing? Okay, just gonna go there. Vehicle combat distance should be whoopsie daisy, drone accident. These ones don't need map editor. It's literally a toggle in the options. Okay, nope, looks good. Okay, good. You had saved the craft individually. If I can name more 4K, I'll leave the judgment to you. One nice thing about Paternal Memory is that it's far more interesting than the Nita menu. For better or for worse. Yep, there's penis. Somebody put canards on this campaign because there's enough dick to make it a gay orgy or something. I want a cup of tea. But it's 6 minutes before I'm allowed one. I say leave it at 5k. Yeah, no, don't mess with the scuttle settings. If it works, it works. Okay, the kite. We've done that. Wait, crap, I need to do that thing. Let's do this. Actually say what we've done in the changelog. We probably shouldn't need to change that many craft because of that. Oh boy. Staring at planes all day. I was throwing up last night. Minor homophobia today. Oh, it's tough making a custom campaign. Tink, tink. I never took me socks off. Everything is hard. Everything is terrible. Right, reserve for John McFirst. Alright, and then there is the Phantom. Well, that's a clip. Wait, what's a clip? A lot more nukes spawning on the Plutonium menu for sure. Yep. Okay. Phantom. Phantom, 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 Phantom. Oh yeah, this thing! The fat stealth bomber. We love him. Spawning in with... what are these things? Raptures. Specialized escort fighters. I love the stripes on them, that's so cool. And very... it is weird, actually, that, like, in the... Like, even in the 60s and 70s and stuff like that, there were craft that even today, they still looked very futuristic. Yeah, I don't really have no aesthetic. Who made this? Oring made this. So yeah, aesthetically, nothing to complain about. This thing also had a habit of despawning, which is a scuttle settings thing. Just clipped it. How many medium missiles do you want? Yes. Rules updated. Thank you, Tactical Spaghetti. We'll probably change them out for an existing plan. I really don't like how the Raptures turned out. Plus they look a little bit too modern. True. They're not so stealthy stealth bomber. Yep. Wait, what? What was it? That AI bug has been fixed, I believe. Hooray! In which case, hold on. Let's just combat test this thing. Let's throw this against a ship. A ship of some kind. Let's throw it against a 400k ship and see what happens. We are sailing. Lamplight. I hope so. Our PID had a fake set point, if I recall. Right. Yep, how many medium things do you want? Lots. Bloody Nora, yep, that's a lot. They're all decoed. Have some missiles. Huh. Didn't do as much as I thought it would. How are we doing? Ah, flying directly... hang on a minute. This thing might need to be a broadsider, otherwise it'll be too easy to kill. Can you get yourself out of the water? Looks like you cannot. It looks like you cannot. Let's help you there. Right, let's have a look at you. Yeah, this kind of thing. You don't want flying over the top of something. This thing should probably broadside at a reasonable distance. It really doesn't need to fly over the top of something. As a jet video might be helping. Yay! Ouch. Miss 84X. Still the flyover? Oh, is this an old version? Did you change that? Did somebody change that? There's no note here. Thought I changed it to circle ages ago. Maybe you did and I have an outdated version. In which case, if you have changed it to circle, and if Spaghetti has gotten the most recent flute... Hello, Question Master! If you still got... you have changed it to be all circly, then it was all good. Also, I'm going to take a screenshot of this thing because it's pretty. The not-so-stealthy stealth bomber. We love it. That ion trail is bugging me. So I'm going to hide it with cinematography. There we go. In the coming weeks, I'll update the tourney, but not this week because my university's meant to test. All good. Could be. Updated blueprint might have gotten lost at some point. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to deal with that in a hot second after I make a delicious cup of tea, because I need it. Okay. All of you have been very good. Even the what was it? Even the barley bug. Right, so you get main menu time. This is my invisibility dance. It worked! Alright, I'll be back with you very soon. Hang in there. By the way, otherwise there's a link at the Bouton Hub right above the campaign library embed window where you can download the entire library. It's a zip file, could help for always staying up to date. Thank you. I think I've used it actually, so it is quite handy. Possible to make stealthy craft and FT, but please don't. Yep. Yeah, no, they're a real horrible pain in the butt. Okay then, 2 minutes of ads. I'll be right back with you soon. have tea, I have tea, I have tea. Terribly sorry. Okay. Okay, what was I doing? Who am I? Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Get out. I'm armed and dangerous. Get out of my house! Get out of my house! What are you doing in my house? This is my house, not yours. What plane are we even looking at? Okay, I don't have lung capacity. Great. My yellow submarine is pretty sneaky. Okay. I'd always manage to join like 10 minutes before the ad breaks every time. What can I say, random dot hat? You have talent. Why have I put on stereotypical communist accent? Didn't pay attention to 112 to get it at least more interesting. Swim blocks are just refusing impulse. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Peanuts. Lots and lots of tabs. It spins. Looks good. Just needs to take over. So I get into the Ibiza. Apparently some bugs have been fixed with lambs in the alpha. Yes, I heard about it. Hands up everybody who didn't even realize that lambs was bugged and thought it was just bad. Because I think, like, lasers are gonna get a lot more love now that, they're not gonna be broken. LOL VTOL submarine is happening. So, fun fact about From the Depths. It does actually make a lot of sense to have your submarines fly outside of combat, because that means their map speed is a lot faster. Very handy for campaign purposes. Alright, next. Alright, Phantom. I'm just gonna treat that as fine. The updated blueprint will probably be fine. Next is torpedo bombers. The Fantail. Okay then. Whee! Right, destroy everything, do that. Again, this was this also made by the same person? Yeah, this needs a little... It does have color variation. Whoops. Let's see then. This is another one I think the body could be a bit darker. Or not. I don't know. Again, there's something about this. I see this is based on max speed, so launch it. Oh man, 2 props for not contra-rotating? Actually, now that you mention, that's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on, if we slow it way the hell down. Yep! Alright, so plops need to contra-rotate for the people who are nerdy about that kind of thing, which includes me. Alright, props should counter-rotate for sanity purposes. And what else? Aesthetically, it needs something. Like, compare this to the updated Tufted Duck. I think you can add a negative spin rate multiplier in the extra config. Or you could just, yeah, you could literally just do this. Where is it? It's, where is it? Extra configuration. I never remember where it bloody well is. There's an option here somewhere. Invert model rotation decoration only. See? Yep, very easy. There you go. Counter rotating is just a toggle. Yep. Oh, well, Arnott said the thing. I can time the propellers like so. Yay! Counter rotating is. Oh no, it's a single prop hug, I think. No, it is. Oh wait. Wait, what? Nice. So putting a gigantic lamps as a craft is no longer a giant waste. Yay! Launch the submarine out of a rail cannon. Yeah. Okay, checkbox to flip spin direction. Okay, chat was being sensible. Chat said the thing I said. That means at least one of us is right. Okay. Alright, what do I want to do? What can we say here? There's not much to say. I think this thing functions just fine. You know what I'm going to do, though? I am going to spawn in the Falcons well, I'm going to spawn this in, because this right now... Please bloody... Okay, so if you look at this... This color palette is like kind of more pleasing than this. Though it doesn't... actually, now I look at them together. Do these things look like they serve the same nation? Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I really don't. I can't put my finger on what I don't like looking at this, but it's there. Smoothing, maybe? If you want it to be less cheesy, you could just have the submarine move on the surface for Mosaic. That's what I'm saying! I mean, there's that true. That's true too, yes. Kind of. Some nation with a couple decades of tech advancement? In different decades, maybe. They both look American. Okay, well then, aesthetically, that's the only thing we have to say about it, is props would counter-rotate for sanity purposes only. That's it. Wait, no, we should combat test this and make sure it actually works. Probably does. It wouldn't be here if it didn't work. Okay, what was it? What was the thing called? Fantail. Fantail, which is how many monies? 9.2. Let's test it against a roughly 200k ship and see what happens. Like the Stalwart, for instance. That has a laser. Oops. Uh-oh. Right, Stalwart was perhaps not the best choice for that, because it has... Oh yeah, this is a designated fly swatter, isn't it? Yep. Alright, that was not a good target choice for these little torpedo bombers. Should throw it against a submarine, then. Let's do that. Alright, submarine... Let's throw it against a raider and see what happens. Except I suspect the raider actually has I think the raider actually has pretty decent, yep it does, so... Again, probably not the best one. Although it firing its, counter-torps in big volleys is not going to do it any favors. Also, those are small torps. Uh-oh. Alright. Torpedo bombers are torpedo bombering. As you do. Did you get your tail feathers oh. She's burning! Someone give that pilot a medal to drop one last torpedo volley before snuffing it. There's a bit of way, but wait, what? Maybe not American, just NATO. Ah, yeah, true. Vegan wasn't NATO either, but yeah, the design is fine. Very nice looking sub. It is a nice looking sub. Which thankfully is not 100% torpedo proof, because that's good news for me and my, what the hell are my torpedo bombers called again? I've forgotten. Clearly I need to... Clearly, wait. Aha! Okay, yep, nope, these are absolutely fine in terms of... Let's look at a submarine while we review a plane. Right, fantail. Uh-oh. Somebody's gonna try and evolve onto land. That might not be your best idea. Really add towards some Seawards on mine rather than just the 6 small interceptors. More of a TBD Devastator looking plane. This torp bomber is this our equivalent of the fairy swordfish? Yeah, well, maybe not. Okay. This lump might be the equivalent of the fairy swordfish. But yeah, it's like, it's not quite that. Because it's not a biplane. Or a gay plane. Hey. And what was it? What was I gonna say? Also, it has jets on it. Alright, so... Fantail is just fine. Fine. Alright, Shrike. The Shrike FRV. There's a lot of the, like... Sewell has a lot of torpedo bombers, which makes sense. Okay. Right, Shrike. What the absolute... Okay, yeah, this needs tweaks. This needs to be smoothed out a little bit, I believe. What in the bootleg Blackbird is this? Right, so this needs smoothing out. Needs silhouette smoothing, contrasting / darker colors. This is a thing that screams. How do you spell silhouette? Silhouette. Contrasting darker colors. There's that. Who made this? Jank made this. Yeah, just like, yeah, just bits and bobs. Maybe a Valkyrie, like if you squint a bit. Badly. Hello, Robot Stellar! Torpedo bombs still ruin a lot of those tanks from AA. Yep. Yep. Oh, the Vulcan. Yeah, no, this thing doesn't have the wingspan of a Vulcan. Also, what's it? It's got a Sparrow. Ah, yeah, that's a sub-vehicle. I remember this, actually. And yeah, so, also escort fighters. Need recommended updates. Okay then, I should drink my tea. Bit too long for the Vulcan, I feel. Yeah, it's like... The Arrow Vulcan is it's a wide fella. It's quite interesting. Alright, so this is a thing, and I'm going to continue the thing of testing planes against bigger ships, because that's the point of bombers. So 136, roughly 200k. Maybe, yeah, no ships. 200k. The Stalwart has a lot of laser. That's not going to work very well, is it? They're hacked! Quick! Commerce rating this instant. Also, this does attack run 2.0, which is a very bad idea. I think it needs to be a lot faster than that. Yep. Wait a minute. Yeah, the Shrike's a hardcraft and is currently getting bullied by... Yeah, no. Yeah, no, this needs to be more harder. Needs to be more hard. More hard. Get your head out of the gutter. There's only room for me, and I was here first. Yeah, no, like, yeah, no. Gun runs are not a good idea for this. Comments be rating it. Hehehe. I feel like gloating, so here goes. I beat a 24/7 chess player yesterday, 2-1 and 3+2. I don't know what that means, but have some applause. The commerce is rating it, yep. Although I do respect the fact it's not just missile spam. Yep, I can respect that. Oh no, I am fading. I am fading fast. Alright, so yeah, this thing just needs a kind of a combat overhaul. So yeah, how do that? I don't know, I can't think of anything. Needs to be made more hard. Yep, needs silhouette smoothing, contrasting dark colors need to be made more hard. Right, that'll do. Let's look at this thing being commerce rated, but not the usual way. Shrike. What was it? Shrike FRV. Shrike FRV. And Shrike FRV, Shrike FRV. I'm a sleepy boy. I'm a sleepy boy. I'm a sleepy boy. I'm gonna sleep so hard. Do that. Okay, next. The Hecht is just one of those things. It's like, you're commerce rating me, I'm commerce rating you. Alright, do I have enough brain power for things? I think we can do... We can finish off the torpedo bombers, and then I simply must retire permanently from existence. From this universe, I'm heading over to the next universe. I'll let you know how it is. Alright, the Assassins. The Assassins. I believe this is one of those ones where I'm like, yep, what the hell? Yay! Thank you, Nyanyo Koneko, for the bits! Just popped on to pamper ye a little, spread some love, but I'm gonna go sleep now, so I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you, Nyanyo! Thank you for the bits! They are much appreciated. Actually, now look about them, like the wings could use more deco. This thing needs decals. Lots of decals. Also, I just remembered. Okay. Huh, alright. How does this thing launch its things again? Hello? Aha! Aha! Ah, there's some weird deco clipping around the engines. That looks a little weird. Okay. Alright, I need to make a note on the Assassins. Crash just one further apart. How are we doing for that? If we load these guys in again... Yeah. Oh, they have the goat. Yeah, this is what I meant, because, like, these guys do tend to collide with each other, I do remember. Not always, but they do. Go forth. Go forth, little dude. Good job. Alright, everyone. Meow! 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 Oh, you made that beginner CC, right? Yeah. Yay. Wait, who are you talking to, Orange? Rebuild might be turning into an actual Avro shape. Would be cool. That would be cool. That would be dope. That would be so illegal drug. Right, Assassin. What was I doing? I was doing this. It should spawn further apart. Deco clipping on underside looks strange. Needs decals. Goat escorts need to be dated. Need recommended goat updates. What else? What else? What else? What else? Alright, so let's see here. Let us spawn in the Assassins. And that's a, well, 600k ship. Here we go. 600k ship. The Misericord, the perfect target for torpedo bombers. This is why no one makes battleships anymore. Because they don't work! Hello, you friggin' lag monster that doesn't move. Yeah, the Misericord, I don't know. This version I've got does not move very well. Actually, that's the version that spawned in. Also, torpedo defense? What's that? I don't know what that is. Kaboom. Here, have huge torpedoes. They're good for you. They're so good for your health. What the hell was that? Whoops. Oh no, the goat! The greatest of all time! It's being shot down. Oh no, the goats! They sacrificed themselves to be a meat shield. Oh boy. I think the assassins are another thing that... Yep! Why are you driving so far away? I think, yeah, that's like, much like the kites, they need to be... Hold on a minute. Huh? Huh? Ha! They're trying to do attack runs. Damage? Or... no, not really. I think that might be collision avoidance, but still... probably better if these guys broadsided, because I think they're stuck on avoiding each other now. Torpedo is an effective way to prevent the enemy from soaking your socks. Yeah, problem with the torp boat is you absolutely can make boats impervious to torps. Yep. The Misericord is in fact slow. Is the Misericord still bugged? I don't remember. Whitehouse sometimes refuses to turn its engines on. Re-engage times 38 seconds maybe? What's the collision avoidance settings look like? Let's look at this. Alright, so... I don't know, collision avoidance settings are... you know, are the standard, actually. And let's see... yeah, re-engage time. Ooh. Alright, so I'm just gonna make a note here on our assassin friend. Right. He's gotten to stay within 10,000 meters of the target. Change re-engage distance or switch to broadside. Okay then, I think that's enough. That's a lot of notes on the assassins. Deacon's hell. Alright. Assassins. Ooh. That is a lot of text. That is a lot of text. That is a lot of text. So much text. Assassin has 2 S's. Right. Playing can probably turn off bearing avoidance entirely. Should keep them from getting stuck in the loop. Ooh. Alright, I'll make a note of that. That's good to know, actually. Assassin torpedoing sword. Off bearing avoidance. Okay. Turn off. Yeah. Bearing avoidance. Okay. Okay, we're doing good. Right, assassin. Assassin writer. Okay, I'm going to do one last torpedo bomber, and then I'm going to stop because my head feels like it's full of cotton wool. Apologies for the short streams, but that is a good point to leave it. Because next time's attack helicopters, which is fun. Alright, Columbide. Oh wow, the assassins... what happened to you? Also, you're in space, you should not do that. They did not do as well against the Misericord as I think they should have. Oh look, this thing does move, eventually. Okay then, let's see. Columbide. Ah yes, it's a tube! Yeah, don't really have notes on this one. Hold on, let's check. It has 2 sub-objects. Did this one have clipping? I'm trying to remember. Where's its torpedoes? Oh. Oh, I remember this. Mostly, kind of. Spawn this in again, and if we go here... and that is... let's get a 130k ship, why not? Not the Fury, that would be bad. Black Sea! As I seem to recall, this thing opens up. Like so. Yeah, that's a safe way to launch torpedoes. Why not? Why not? And that is a, what is it? That is a medium design. Because it is very, very squishy. Yeah, no, I don't have comments on this one. It seems to do what it's supposed to. Oh yeah, it's got medium torpedoes. Yep. Yep, those are medium torps. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Wait, what is it? What are they doing? Attack one with flyover. Again. Wait a minute. Oh, we've got an escort fighter here. Whoopsie daisy. Someone's fallen in the water. Oh wait, I remember the Black Sea. This was the one that had a jet fighter, like, duct tape onto its butt. It's alive. As a jet video was exactly what I needed. Hooray! This bug per se just really slow. I used to test a lot of quirks. This has gear of the Arbiter version 2 can just barely beat 2 hects, mostly doing bad because EMP. And railguns do not mix. Yeah. The perennial problem with torp botters is that you don't want to launch too far away, but if you fly in a big boat, you get swatted. Which is why I say torpedo bombers, and actually bombers in general in front of the depths, they need to circle. Because this isn't like real life where you can just drop a laser-guided bomb from several thousand feet up, and the enemy gets like their head blown off before they realize what's happened. Heat treatment for the torps. Awesome destroyer. Yep, the Black Sea. The Black Sea is very nice. It's very nice. I'm going to cheat and take a screenshot of it because it's very nice. Okay then. Yeah, alright. Ah, it has an escort. It has a Finch. Yeah, I have really no comments on the Colmelet is fine. Oh right. Does it still? Where's that local weapon control? Where is that local weapon controller? I need it. I need it. I want it. Where are you? There you are. Interesting what's happening here. Let's see. Yep, it still needs that. That is the comment. Everyone look at this fast boy. Screenshot. Okay. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I just need to sit and be quiet. Apologies for the short stream, people, but like my brain, I can't. I had a rough night. That's my excuse. I am only mortal. I am border-wise, but I'm not immortal-wise. One day I too will be dead. And on the bad days, I look forward to it. Not really. Okay, like, don't look forward to being dead. It's probably very boring. Can't play video games when you're dead. And that's why it's bad. That's the only reason why being dead is bad. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. Okay, then. Bye. Whoa, nope, I'm not going. Oh, right. Gotta go for the day. Okay, see you, Tactical Spaghetti. We don't really do peer opponents anymore, to be fair. This plane is stream. We don't really do level of dive bombing IRL anymore either, against peer opponents anyway. Yeah, no, because dive bombing, in real life, if you dive straight at something, they shoot you in the face. Get some good sleep, sir. Was Levy stream, saw some wicked designs. Thank you, Barley Bug. Have fun with your Azzy Jets. They are great fun. If you know what it is like to be dead, yeah, death seems boring. Main reason to make a reflectory. Yes! Embrace the power of undeath. Why did I raise my arms? Alright, who shall we stream? Where's Sushi Cat? Do we want... What is crosscode again? Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna Google what crosscode is because I never remember. Crosscode. Oh. That's what it is. Dive bombing has been replaced by LGBs. That seems boring. Let's raid Sushi Cat, because she does great art stuff. And that's a shameless advertising for art stream stuff. Alright then, let's raid Sushi Cat. And I'm gonna raid and run. Sushi Cat, Sasuga Borowai-sama. Arigato. How do you spell Sushi Cat? Like that. Alright, so if you're watching this later on YouTube, remember to subscribe. I'm not always hungover from bad chicken. Not always. Only sometimes. Alright then. Raiding. Are you lot ready? I can't hear you. Because you're not in the room with me, and you're not on the call. Okay. Have a good one, everyone. I will see you tomorrow for some kind of RTS playthrough, I think. Anyway, I'll figure that out soon. Farewell.